I'm here and we are at the Disability Empowerment Center of Arizona. How cool is that? And here is, look at all of this. These are the different organizations that are in this building, all disability related. And we're going to go visit the Arizona Spinal Cord Injury Association. Wait, tell me that again.
Okay, being built is the Sports and Fitness Center, and in there will be 2 full-size basketball courts for disabled sports, an indoor wheeling track, a weight room with all of the equipment in there, completely designed for individuals with disabilities. Also will be in there 3 pools with 3 different temperatures, so that depending on your level of injury, there's a pool that you can swim in, and everything is set up in there. So we've got a model inside.
So here it is. It's just it's a compound, basically. Probably one of the only ones that are actually this magnificent in the nation. I am just, okay, I have to admit, I thought that you were going to be in some little, room in an office sharing environment that would, I just can't even believe it. So here's the model of the center. Go ahead.
This is the building we're in now. This is the parking structure. This is the Sports and Fitness Center that's under construction. 3 different pools in here.
I'm speechless.
All of the computers in here are set up for adaptive technology.
So this is like your computer lab area?
It's training to be able to use computers, and so we'll teach people how to use adaptive equipment on the computers so that they can basically use the computers, what type of adaptive equipment they would need to get on the computers and able to use it. Wheelchair accessible.
So wait, you have a kitchen set up?
We have a kitchen set up in here, and it is set up with the stove and wheelchair accessible, so you can get your wheelchair underneath it. It has a mirror up above it so you can see what you're cooking on the stove. If you can't look into the pots, you can look in the mirror, see how they're coming. And so we do a little bit of occupational therapy in here, teaching people some kitchen skills.
Turn the corner and there it is. Arizona Spinal Cord Injury Association, 110. I'm following you.
Okay. Hello.
So here we are. We're in the Arizona Spinal Injury Association headquarters, and here we are. So,
have a little bit of tons of chairs in here. This is kind of a little kitchen area that we have.
Yeah. There's their official logo. Their awards and certificates. Very nice. Look at how big it is. There's like multiple offices.
Again, all the lights are automatic, and all the doors have the ADOs.
So this is your room, Paul?
This is my room. These are paintings that were done by one of the Native Americans, actually to the Native Americans, and they're all painted with the mouth wand, so they're quadriplegics, and these were actually painted with their mouth.
Okay. Wow. These are painted with their mouth. How long do you think it took them?
I don't know. Tyree Honga, we're taking him to an art show next week. I can check with him and see how long.
Oh my goodness. So will you hang?
Yes, we just got these framed, and I'll be hanging them in my office here.
Okay, that's pretty special. How many artists do you have that can actually do anything like that?
We did an art show last spring, and we probably had 20 or 30 artists that were here for the showing. Actually have a daughter and a sister that had a spinal cord injury. And so the family basically donated money for all the office furniture in here. So moving from a hospital room to this was such a huge step for us. This is one of my employees, Ashley Turner. She is a quadriplegic. These also are painted by an individual with a disability. He's a paraplegic. He does the drawings.
Wow. So
But her room is set up a little bit different, so she has more room to maneuver her wheelchair in.
Right. Wonderful. This is Anne, and I'm sorry, what is your exact title?
I'm the acting executive director of the Governor's Council on Spinal and Head Injuries.
And don't you think that Washington State should have such a thing?
Well, I think it's very beneficial for a state to have it, but it has to be done well to protect the money.
All right. Well, I think that my governor should definitely speak to you. Great.
Arizona Governor's Council on Spinal and Head Injury. It'll bring it up and then it'll take you to the statutes, so you can at least see what the statutes were.
Yeah.
But I would say the example that's probably the best is the one in Georgia. If you the way they set up their fund.
How many states have this? Do you know? Very few.
I don't know. See, I know Florida, Texas, Georgia, Arizona. I can't remember whether Massachusetts does or not.
Arkansas does, but they use theirs for different purposes.
Mm-hmm. Right. And Alabama.
Yeah.
So, but every state is different. The funding for it is different.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really helpful to look at what other states are doing. But I would say Georgia has the most protections in their legislation.
Wonderful.
And that will be key.
I will definitely look.
That will be
Well,
key.
I'm when I drove up to the building, I was telling Paul, in my mind, I thought, okay, well, it's just going to be, a little room in an office complex,
Not so much?
No, it's an entire world. It's great.
It's fabulous.
Well, good for you guys.
You've got a good
The first order of business is that there's going to be this new peer mentoring nationwide program rolled out by Christopher Reeves.
Correct. And it was developed by Tony Cahill at the University of New Mexico. And Tony works real close with the foundation on developing programs for them. But he has an online peer mentor training course where people that want to be peer mentors will go through this course. They'll have to do each module, pass each module before they can go on to the next module. And there's probably going to be 8 to 10, maybe even 12 different modules that, what is a peer mentor, what is a Christopher Reeve Foundation, how do I do peer mentoring, what do I do if I run into problems when peer mentoring, what about suicide, and talks about all kinds of things and really trains the peer mentor on how to be a peer mentor.
So who qualifies as a peer mentor?
Basically, anybody that has been injured for a year or longer that thinks that they can assist newly injured people, and being able to go out and, the hospital stays are so short now. At the end of World War II, the average paraplegic spent 2 years in rehabilitation. Now some of the insurance programs are having people out of rehab within 14 days. Well, in 14 days, people don't even know they've been injured, let alone all the skills they need to live a life in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
And so the peer mentors are able to come in and teach them skills, and hospital doesn't teach them how to go off of a curb, but the peer mentor can come in and teach them, when you come up to a curb and there's no curb cut, this is how you pop a wheelie, this is how you get off the curb, and that. So the peer mentors are just essential in helping people in today's society. And so this program will train people how to be peer mentors. They'll get a certificate saying that they are a certified Christopher Reeve peer mentor. They can then take that into the hospital, or your organization can start working with the rehab hospitals and say, we have trained peer mentors that have gone through a course through the Christopher Reeve Foundation that can come in, help the OTs, help the PTs, help the people, meet them while they're still in rehab, and then be a guide for them, a big brother, a big sister almost, after they get out of rehab, to be with them, to help teach them what the rehab hospitals are not able to teach them because of the insurance. So,
wow.
it's a fantastic program.